I'm Mac from P&P Engineering. Today we're going to show you how to install our kick-out sliders for the second gen Nissan Xterra and Frontier. This will be the same procedure for the Xterra and Frontier. The only differences are the length of your slider. Both trucks will have the slider run the entire length of the wheel well opening. So let's go through the hardware and tools necessary to get this slider installed. We provide some proprietary hardware that we make with these sliders. You'll get a backing plate for both of your front brackets. They'll be stamped with an F and an M for the front and the middle bracket. Those pins are different lengths. If you have a pin sticking out through a bracket and you can't get the bolt to completely tighten down, you may have those reversed front to rear. You'll get a large grade 8 through bolt that'll go through an existing hole in your frame, and then you will receive 2 metric bolts that'll go to existing threaded holes in the frame for your rear bracket. You'll have 2 sets of holes on each bracket. One will be for trucks with no body lift, and then a lower set of holes so that you can raise the slider up if you've got a 2-inch body lift. You will need a 15/16 socket and wrench for your through bolts, and a 17mm socket or wrench for your bolts in your rear bracket. So now we are ready to get this on the truck. We've got the slider roughly put into place front to rear. We're going to take our backing plate marked with an F for our front hole, insert it into a large oval slot in the frame, install our large bolt through that facing out, and pilot both of those into the top hole on our front bracket. And loosely install our washer and nut on the front. And we'll go and install a bolt on the rear, and our slider will hold itself in alignment and hold most of the weight on its own, so we can go back and add the other bolts and get them tightened down. Okay, so our rear bracket, we're putting in the topmost bolt. You'll have 2 threaded holes in the frame here. On the Xterra, this will be directly above your front spring hanger. On the Frontier, it's about a foot in front of that. On the earlier models, Nissan has a bolt-on vibration dampener bolted to the frame. These are the holes that we're going to use to attach our slider, so you need to remove that. You'll want to be very careful, as these tend to rust on over time. Make sure you add some penetrating oil to those threads and let them soak for plenty of time, so you don't break the bolts off or break the nuts off of the inside of the frame. Okay, now that that bolt is snug down, slider's still loose, but will hold its own weight, we can go easily put our middle backing plate and bolt in. Okay, our middle backing plate will go into roughly the middle of the frame next to your Y-pipe. In the same way, you want to socket that into your front bracket, and then install your bolt facing the same direction. And washer and nut on the outside. And now that all 3 bolt locations are started, we'll go back and tighten everything down. This is where you'll use your 15/16 wrench and socket on your larger bolts, your 17mm on the back. Now that we've got everything snugged down, we'll go ahead and do everything on the same on the other side, and our installation will be complete.